Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my SimAirport Let's Play. Now, last time I said I was going to do the electrical, and I didn't. This time, I'm going to say I'm not going to do the electrical, but we might. Today, we're going to be doing the beginning of the big expansion. Now, I have left the game running a little bit. We're at today 215 now. We've got 66 million in the bank, so we've got plenty of money. The first thing we need to do is expand as much land as possible. I'm thinking a little bit up, a little bit down, and over here to the right. And then we'll have a look at what space we've got to expand the airport. Now, the game saves in between buying the land, and it takes some time. So I'll just pause the recording now, and I'll see you in a second. And just like that, there we go. That is our land expanded. We now have some whopping great big fences to contend with. And yeah, it's pretty big. So first things first, let's sort out as much as we can. So we've got some fences doing some really weird stuff down here. So let's get fence, put that down here like that, and we'll do the same at the top. Oh my god, it's so big now it takes forever to scroll. There we go. And we'll get them in as a priority. Priority urgent. We need to get these fences in urgently. And then we're going to remove some fence. So let's see, is it dismantle for fence outside? Yes. Yes, it's dismantle. So all this fence down here. And there's a lot of it. We're going to have to take it all out to give ourselves some room. There we go. Now hopefully they take the bits, sorry, they put the bits in first that I want and dismantle the rest later. That would be much better. But whether they'll do that or not, I have no idea. There we go. Right, so we've also got a bit of fence up here. This is where you can see where I've bought the land. So we've had just a good slither in each of the three directions. I didn't go back in the other direction, and now we can't expand the land any more than what we have done. So let's see what's going on down here. It looks like the fence is starting to be taken out some places and put in others. Once that's done, this bit of fence can get taken out and the road can be expanded. So what I'll do is I'll sort those end bits of the road out, and then we'll start looking at what we can do to expand the airport. Okay then, so the fence is all sorted out. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at how we might expand the airport and how we might move the runways and stuff. I want to get more runways in. I think rather than having large and small runways, we'll just have large, but we'll increase the number of large runways. So I'm thinking a double runway on the right hand side over here, one across the top and one across the bottom. I think that will work quite well. So don't ask me exactly how all that's going to fit in, but if we get into planning and go into taxiway, we'll just use that for now. We'll start in this bottom corner because this is where it's squashed in the most. So you can see this runway up here. That's 240. Now ideally we don't want to extend this way, so if we put it at the very bottom, 240 there, and then build from that. Now we might be able to put stuff further right, and I think ideally we want the taxiway to connect to the end of the runways like this, and then do loopy stuff. And it's a little bit difficult to know exactly which way around I'm going to do everything. So really the taxiway is going to come in there, then it'll have the loop, and I don't know. It's really difficult to do a big redesign like this. I think probably one of the things I'll do is we'll put in the new runways first, then join it with taxiway, remove the old runways, and then assess where we are. So this is a 240 vertical, this runway, and if we're having the taxiways out like this, that one's got a big loop. I don't like the big loop. Maybe it should just be where it is, as it is. So we don't have this bit of taxiway. We just loop it round there. That's probably good. And then if this taxiway extends out to here, are we able to put the runway there? Looks like we are. But I want to I'll have it on the ends. So that's 240 and then the taxiway. And we'll do the same here. So then we'll go 240 to here and then have the taxiway on the end. I don't know whether it's me or what, but I really do seem to have trouble clicking stuff in the menu in this game. I go to click it and it's like the hitbox isn't as big as what you'd expect it to be. But never mind. And then we'll have a gap and the second runway there. And looking at this, if we get a taxiway to here, so that's taxiway. That can be the taxiway for the upper runway, which means we go 1, 2, runway. Like that. I think I'd rather have the lower runway matching the upper runway. Okay, I think I've decided where I want the runways. Let's get them in. So, construction. Now, the concrete runways cost more, so presumably are better. Let's do that. So, concrete runway. 240. 240. And then, are we having one gap or two? We'll go with one gap. There's going to have to be one gap. Like this. There. It's suitable for a lot of things. Did I get the right length with that? No, I made it too long. Cancel project. Use zones. No, not zones. Planning. Taxiway. So, if we get rid of... There you are. I clicked the menu again. I'm sure I did. If we get rid of this for now... So we're going to have taxiway here. That's the taxiway. Which means that that is taxiway and that is runway to there. So runway wants to be in the middle of that. So construction, runway... here. That should be 240. It is. Brilliant. And then we'll mirror that down here. So we're going to one that way, that way, that way, and then that should be 240. We're not going to be going right up against the edge of the map there, but that's fine. Construction, runway, here. Brilliant. Now that I've made a mess of everything, I'm going to leave the workmen to put those new runways in. We'll clear everything with the planning tool, and then we'll work out the actual taxiway situation. And as soon as the taxiways are sort of linked up, we'll get that in. I also need to do the upgrades, so we need all the runway upgrades. We need the lights, the tower, that thing. So I'm going to put all them in, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good. Hang on a minute. These runways constructed? Oh, under construction still. Okay, we'll let the workmen build them, and I'll add the bits and bobs on them now. Okay then, so all 4 runways are in. They've got a few upgrades that they're having been put on them now, but they're complaining that they need to be connected to taxiway. And as you can see, we've got the taxiway laid out. It's in the similar path to what I just did, but I made some tweaks and made some small changes. Mainly so it fit in better with the gates that we've got down at the south section of the airport. We're going to have a big gap up here. Maybe that's where we can put a big refueling station or something in there. Maybe even we can have another runway in there. Just have loads of them. Or another 2. You never know. But for now, we're going to leave it as a gap. Let's get the actual taxiway in there. Now, I'm going to put as much taxiway in as possible. Blocked by ACT tower. So this tower is too close. Let's dismantle that. ATC tower. Dismantle, dismantle. Okay. Towers are too close. Let's start this taxiway. So I'm thinking if we put these bits in, these little juts in here. Now this is going to cost quite a bit. It's probably going to take a little bit of time for them to do as well. That's blocked by something, so we can't put it there. That's blocked by the tower, so we can't put that there. But we're going to put in as much as possible. There we go. That's blocked by runway stuff. Brilliant. I also decided we're going to have a bit here as well that comes out here and goes to there. So blocked by road. Is it blocked by existing? It's blocked by existing taxiway. Okay. Now with this red stuff all over the place, it's difficult to see where I've put it and where I haven't. It's the lighter red that I haven't done. Okay, so let's cover all that darker red. That isn't red. That's fine. Let's get that up to there. And I think that is most of it. Right, so now it's just a matter of these guys coming and building it. Now, I've already hired more workmen to try and make this go quicker. We've got plenty of money. I'm going to hire a lot more. We're going to double our workforce up to 100 workmen. I want this taxiway in quick. And I also want to try and get most of the changes done overnight. I don't know whether that's going to happen. What I want to do is after the last flight of the day has landed, or should I say taken off? Oh, that's difficult. Well, maybe we can just get rid of these 2 vertical ones, patch up a few bits, then they'll be able to get round some of it. I mean, I don't know where any of the workmen are. They are out here somewhere. I can guarantee they're doing something. We've got a storage area here which they don't. There's a deliveries area which they don't have access to. Let's put a door in. A staff door. There we go. Just pop it in there next to the loos. They now have access, or they will have access to that deliveries. You can see they're picking up a lot of stuff. That deliveries area is going to get very busy. Very, very busy. We need to put in one-way parts. We need to get rid of the old taxiway. We're going to need some more hangars with the baggage cars in. Do you assign vehicles? You assign the baggage depot, don't you? Right. So this baggage depot is going to have to do more. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to handle that. Not quite sure where all those workmen have gone. I think they're all over here. Nope. There's one. There's one. Where are you going? You went and put a box down on the floor. Okay, let's give him a little while to get some of this down. Now that I've mapped it all out and put it down, I think it'd be better if I remove the planning. So here we go. Removal of planning. There we go. And you can kind of see where the new taxiway is going to go in. And I think, actually, I can put this piece in too. Yeah, I can. And then we'll put the One Direction stuff on. Get rid of the other runways. Start connecting it up. And then the airport will be exactly the same as it was. But the runways will... This is the Moving the Runways episode. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot more to it. Okay, come on. Build stuff. Okay, now with most of the taxiways in, it's now time to start taking out the old runways. Yes, I said it right in the end. So we've got this concrete runway. I've just told them to get rid of it. The two new runways in requires at least one taxiway connected at both ends. It looks like it hasn't realised that it probably is almost connected. We've just got runways in the way now. So we're getting... I don't know what that runway issue is. I'm going to get rid of that issue. Let's get the rest of the taxiway put in. Constructions, taxiway. We can get this block in now. We can get this block in now. If we can get rid of this one, put those two in. Then we're just going to have to get rid of that big one at night. There it goes. There it goes. And we'll get rid of this small one as well. So we'll dismantle that. Cannot delete while runway is in use. Okay, we can dismantle it now. Dismantle all the bits that come with it. And now because we've got 100 people and they're not doing a massive amount of things. We should be alright. So there's just a bit that needs to go in there. And let's see. We've got a few little pieces that need to go in on all over the place. I'm not going to dismantle the stuff I don't want yet. I'm going to concentrate on the stuff we do need. There is a route that the planes can take to the other runways now. So we need to start looking at... Yeah, we can dismantle these now. Here we go. We're doing this in the day. We've done this in such a clever way that we can just get rid of all the old stuff. We need an ATC tower. An ATC tower. We need a couple of towers. Don't seem to be able to fit it in near these taxiways. It's got to be a good distance away. Let's put it... Oh, we can have them up here. Brilliant. Let's have... How close can I have it? I can have it that close. There we go. Hopefully they won't crash into the tower. Oh, they're starting to use the new runways. They're starting to use the new runways. I like it. We do need to put some one-wayness around this whole thing, though. There we are. We've got 2 towers in now. Or we will have. Right, we've got some gaps now. I wasn't paying enough attention. That gap needs filling, that gap needs filling, and that gap needs filling. Otherwise, aircraft are having to take a very long way round. That gap needs filling. I thought I told them to dismantle this runway. It's because it's constantly in use. Dismantle. There we go. So we've got some towers going in, got bits of taxiway. I think now it's time to get that one-way taxiway stuff put in. So we've got a clockwise thing going on here. Going that way. So if we put these bits in first, hopefully most of it will flow. I don't know whether it will or not, but we'll find out. Put that in there, and we'll just put around the junctions. Hang on a minute, I told them to delete that runway and they're still using it. Never mind. This is going to be a one-directional out bit as well. Shall I make this bi-directional? I think I'm gonna leave that bit bi-directional. Ooh. Oh yes. Right. That runway's gone now, so let's get this last bit of taxiway filled in. And what we'll do is we'll just say priority, urgent. We're coming up towards the end of the day now, which is probably when I should have started this project rather than doing it in the middle of the day. They've all got runway lights on by the looks of it. That's good. Taxiway directional stuff. Oops, I didn't mean to put one there. I think if I go around another way it disappears. Yes. So then that is this way and that is that way. I think I've done it. I'm not 100% sure. Until I like clean things up, it's difficult to say. We've also got double arrows all over the place, which I don't really want. In fact, that's probably going to get taken out at some point. Let's just get rid of most of this. Yeah, it is going to get taken out. Okay, get rid of this. You should be able to just get rid of it. Get rid of taxiway direction tool. There we go. Right, I'll do the same around here soon, but it's time to work out what taxiway we're going to get rid of. So, demolish. Is it demolish that we need for taxiway? It is. We're going to get rid of that bit that's sticking out there. We're going to get rid of all this taxiway here. And this bit. This weird bit here. All that, gone. Gone, gone, gone. These two bits, they're in the way now, so they can go. As are these. I think that's it. Oh, this tower can go now. So, dismantle that tower, and then the directional bits. There we go. They were complaining they didn't have a taxi or runway. Oh, look at that! Oh, that was totally worth the effort. That was really worth the effort. And I kind of feel like I've got an idea of what I want to do in terms of... I kind of want to add a terminal up here with even more gates at them. And then we can move the hangars, but I don't want to have to move all the baggage depots. Are we going to need more baggage depots? Oh, I feel like we are going to need more baggage depots, aren't we? Oh, this is just going to be so much more hassle than I thought it was going to be. Oh no. Right. I need to think of how I'm going to expand this. My original plan, and it was just a very simple plan, if we're going to planning, was to extend... There we go. Was to extend this out over sort of like to here. sort of thing. And then I'm going to use taxiway for these gates because of the size of them. They're 3, aren't they? So if we do them like a cross, maybe? No, let's start again. That's terrible. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And then 4 gates in down there. And then these ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's like a kind of a gap there on the end where we can't have a gate. But then I thought we could have more gates down the end here. 7, 8, and then there's a gap again. So, I mean, I could put them in the middle, maybe. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to clear it. There we go. So yeah, I could put some on the end. I'm thinking maybe fuel stops or something. But that's what I was thinking this area could be for. We could have a like a roll-in, roll-out sort of fuel stoppy thing. But, I mean, I could put a couple of gates on the end. Something like that. I mean, obviously this bit would have to come along a little bit more. So you'd be looking at doing something more like... Actually, we would get another gate in on the end. We would get another gate on that end, but we wouldn't get another gate on the other end. So we'd end up with 1, 2, 3, yeah. And the building would come up to there. So that was what I was thinking. We just extend the building, which is going to cost millions, and then put loads of gates around it. But then we're probably going to have more baggage hubs, which will be a lot easier to do now that I know that you can change the inputs and outputs of these things. It looks like we've got a bit of a slowdown, so we're going to have to see about boosters and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to lay this foundation because that's going to take a long time for it to build. And then what we'll do is we'll start doing more stuff next time. So we're on the ground floor. Oop. Yep, that's it. That is the new foundation. Going in there. The new foundation is going to cost us 3.3 million, and as soon as that's done, we're going to then put it up on the next level as well. Can't do that until the bottom level's done. That appears to be where my planning is that I lost earlier. I didn't realise planning is per level, which makes sense. So if I get rid of all this planning here, because I was on level 2 when I did that. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 new gates in for the larges, loads of new gates in for the smalls, mediums, or whatever they are. Oh, this is going to be huge. But I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to know more about me, it's social media or on my website, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.